Is this ever going to be a depressing video? You're probably wondering, Mitchell, why? Why is this going to be a depressing video? Because I'm going to touch on some things, in life that I've realized now. Now that I've gotten a bit older, I've been around, and yeah, just things that I've picked up on over the time. So, why can't I sleep, man? Oh, perfect. So, the things that I've realized, right? So, there's a good chance, whether you go to college, you don't go to college, you've been at the same job for a very long time, or you've moved jobs. You just don't feel right. And it feels like that impersonating syndrome or whatever it's called. And, and I feel that a lot, all the time. But here's the thing. So, no matter what, well, not no matter what, but you're basically, if you're not like, well, it's difficult. So there's workarounds like in the system to be able to get rich, right? Like I could take out money against my house, right? Tax free. And that'd be in my pocket, and I could use that however I want. Now you could do that with like a business, right? And you pull out money against the business. But I gotta go back to the original thing. So once again, to go back to yeah, we're just gonna start this whole conversation over because I'm freaking, I don't know. It's just that when you're living life and you're working a job that like you don't particularly hate, right? But you don't, like, it's not your dream job. And you're kind of stuck at that job, right? And you're kind of, everybody's just like, well, you just work this job until eventually you find what you actually want to do. But what if you never find what you want to do? And you're just basically, well, stuck, right? You're basically a slave. You're working a job you don't like. You're not making enough money to where you're basically living check to check. You can't afford luxuries. Maybe you don't cook, so you always eat out. So look, if these are the cases, like I don't know what to tell you. Like you've literally explained, basically a slave, right? Because not only you pay for the place that you sleep, you pay for your food, and then on top of that, so you pay for those things. But hold on, before you pay for those, add 50%. And then the government will take that 50% and be like, hee. Yeah, I don't know. The world we live in right now is truly a dystopian prison. And, it's been the true thing about why I like Minecraft so much as a kid. It's literally a world with no boundaries. You do what you want, no regulations. Like, there's rules, but you can technically bypass all the rules. Now, that's the thing. The world we live in is a game, and it's just the same as Minecraft, basically, but way more corrupt because the rules that are put in place are enforced by law. Now that will scare 99% of people off. Oh my goodness. the rules are governed by law. But there's so many workarounds. If you know the right rule, if you know the right code or the right thing in the in whatever, you can somehow work around basically anything. You know the right person, you know the right, you can get by it. But where does that leave the average person? Fucked. That's where, because basically, good luck. Here's your Walmart job. Here's your apartment and your rent. Here's your Wi-Fi bill. Here's your phone bill. Here's your water bill, your electricity bill, your gas bill. Oh yeah, don't forget you need to feed yourself 3 times a day, which is stupid, by the way. Don't eat 3 meals a day. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this. Like I eat 1 meal a day. 1 meal. That's all I eat. And you know, like I'm not hungry at the end of the day. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm probably not getting all the nutrients I need as a growing adult. But that's kind of where we are, right? Because if I want to buy a lot of food, then I'm kind of cooked, right? Because like, so this is the stupid young mindset. So I'm gonna explain it to you right now. So our whole lives we're told, okay, well you're working for a job, you're getting paid say $20 an hour, right? Making $20 an hour. You get home. Now, you look at, well, say your delivery, say Skips, DoorDash. Now, you're only paying $20 to get that food, right? Or you can go to the store, get it, and all that stuff. Either or, like if you're on your way home and you're picking up food, deadly. Because you're saving on money on gas. But if you're already at home and you've already worked a full day, you're basically, you're trained to be lazy at the end of the day. So you don't have time for anything. And that has bled over into the time when we would make food, right? And so now we're taught about this. We make money. So then we spend the money on our living expenses, right? But the way my brain is like, well, I make $20 an hour and it would take me more time to make the food than if I just ordered it, right? But I'm not working in this time, right? This is just my free time. But like my free time to me is worth the same amount of money that I work for. And that is like a horrible, horrible mindset to have. Because now your mind is basically locked. Because if you're not making money off something, you feel like you're wasting your time. And that's kind of where I've been stuck. Now, my mindset has always been, I want to do YouTube, right? And so that's what we're doing. And eventually, hopefully, this will be my job at some point. I can only hope. But these mental blocks and like just the generality of us kind of just being stuck in this nonstop work for, well, probably forever, you know, until something changes. Because, yeah, I don't know. We're kind of just cooked, you know. But, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of things that are still awesome. And, like, well, the thing is, is it all revolves back, right? And like my other videos, I talk about, well, spending time with your family is honestly the best part about life, right? And there's probably people out there that are like, well, my family sucks and all this. It's like, what made you and your family not have a good relationship? Because like at the end of the day, it's probably to do with either money, a job that somebody doesn't like. I bet. Well, the big thing is a relationship, but there's like, okay, money and your job affects you so much. Because like, if you have a job that stresses you out so much, you get home and you want to relax. You don't want to do anything. You have a job you like, but you don't get paid enough. You like your job, but you stress every day about your expenses. It's basically a non-stop game here we're playing, where it's basically how long can we run on a broken system until people start giving up? And that's what I feel like we're at. And like, I just don't know, right? Because like, in my opinion, like, I'd love to just grab a million Canadians and everybody just stop paying taxes, stop working, and just stop. Everybody just stop for like a little while, and let's revolt against these powers that are not good, that shouldn't be in power. Yeah, that's what I think we should do. Are we ever going to do that? Most likely not anytime soon. And it is rough because there's probably a lot of people out there that maybe agree with me, maybe don't. And like, once again, I go into all these videos, no script. I just want to talk, just come for like right from a real person. Because at this point in this world, we have so much technology and like technology aid, and like it's not horrible, like, it's not bad, but what happened to the person to person talk? You know, like when your dad sits you down at the end of the day, and maybe you did something bad, maybe you did something awesome, and you have to talk to him and all those things. Like, what if your dad, next time you talk to him, what if instead of him sitting down with you and having this real conversation, he pulled up Ch46 and he's like, how do I communicate with my son about this? Right in front of you too. It was just like, it's so dystopian. Yeah. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just yeah. Just, yeah, I don't know. But the big thing is that you should just take care of your family. Even if you don't like love them 100%, take care of them. You only got one family. They're really annoying or like they really hurt you and stuff, talk to them. Maybe they're willing to acknowledge it and or apologize, you know. And it's up to you to be willing to actually accept their apology and figure things out, you know. Because we only have one set of parents in this world. Yeah, I don't know. It's really difficult, honestly. Everything in this world's difficult at this point, because Because the world has decided that it wants to be that way, apparently. But I don't think it was ever the world that chose. I think greedy people chose, and we're all paying the price now. But, yeah. So, that's that. And, I don't know. We're kind of pooched, you know? The world has went this way for a little too long. We've been off like money standard for a while. All of our money is technically worthless. We're all kind of living a lie. Maybe one day we'll figure it out, or we will go until the boat sinks. Hopefully you know how to swim. Because a lot of people don't, metaphorically. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm going to go eat some Subway. Pieces.